I sat on the bed and pulled up the last photo Bexley had sent me. Her smile was intoxicating, and the excitement she felt capturing it shined in her eyes. The elusive Lorenzo Moretti, the accompanying message read. Her head was tilted in the direction of the man who stood a few paces behind her, speaking with another woman. Moretti was the man who discovered Bex and offered her the opportunity to walk the runways in Milan. My gut tightened, wondering if she was with him now. If he was the reason why each time I rang, my calls went directly to voicemail. Was she sleeping with him? Worse, did she love him? She'd scoff at my jealousy. As much as I wished it were different, we were best friends, not lovers. We never had been. The first time I'd tried to take our relationship in another direction, Bexley let me down as easily as she could, but I'd still been devastated. "You're my only true friend," she'd said. "Let's not ruin it." I'd tried once more, a couple of years later, when she and I spent a month alone together at our family's estate on a private island in the Caymans. After a night of consuming copious amounts of spiced rum, I had attempted a seduction that failed miserably. My cheeks heated, thinking about how awkwardly it had gone. However, like before, Bexley had been as sweet as she could, teasing me until we could both laugh about it. It stung, then and now, but I took comfort in the fact I hadn't destroyed the relationship we did have. Bexley had nicknamed me Cayman shortly after we returned from our island adventure, and it had stuck enough that when it came time for me to be given my MI6 codename, it was what I used. I looked at the photo she'd sent once more. Bloody hell. Had it really been 6 weeks since I'd received it? 6 weeks since she'd responded to the texts I wrote or to my calls? While pride should prevent me from reaching out again, I told myself this would be my last effort. If she didn't respond, I wouldn't send another. Fantastic news to share. Ring me back. I sent the message, then returned downstairs to join the celebration I had no doubt was taking place. Tomorrow we'd renew our efforts in eradicating the world of human traffickers, but for one day we'd celebrate our recent successes.
Last night, one of the new bitches who arrived each evening to drug and shackle me to the bed was interrupted by a loud crash, followed by several raised voices and a woman's screams. She'd raced out of the room before she had the chance to do either. While she checked to make sure my door was locked behind her, she didn't notice when a syringe fell from her pocket and rolled under the bed. After using my toe to move it farther so it was well out of sight, I sat on the bed, wishing I could stick my fingers in my ears so I didn't have to hear the woman's cries of anguish. Her shrieks made me want to cower in the opposite corner of the room. Couldn't, though. I had to force myself to listen, not shudder in fear. That's what they wanted, for all of us to hear what was happening to her, so we'd be too afraid to stand up to them like she must have. It was likely they'd beat her to death. I'd seen them do it before, when we first arrived and weren't yet confined to our rooms. We never saw the woman who'd spat in the face of a guard again, or each other. From then on, we were kept locked up. One woman per room, no different from what I imagined solitary confinement in prison would be like. Now, a little less than 24 hours later, I looked up at the blinking red light on the camera monitoring my room. In a few minutes, it would turn off and the bloody bastard who'd lured us to this hell on earth, Lorenzo Moretti, would arrive for the meal he and I shared each night. Moretti called it dining etiquette training. In my head, I referred to it as how to be a perfectly mannered blow-up doll. Tonight would be my one chance to escape. If I failed, I'd experience the same thing the other woman had last night, the one whose screams still echoed in my mind. Then all I could pray for was for him to kill me.